I want to tell you.
Beauties, it's me, ZsjaZsja, and welcome back to ZsjaZsja Live. Today is going to be an update video for you beauties on this hair right here that I have installed. I did do an initial review slash unboxing of this hair, and if you haven't seen that video, be sure you look in the description bar because I will include the link there so that you can check that out. But just as a review, I did purchase this hair from Ali Queen Hair on AliExpress. Not to be confused with Queen Hair Products, which is also a really popular hair extension vendor on AliExpress, but this is Ali Queen Hair, okay? I have in 4 bundles of 26 inches, and this is the Brazilian Deep Wave hair. The hair did not come colored like this. I did dye this hair myself, and I have a sew-in, and it is the flip over method sew-in. So I can wear it up in a high ponytail, flipped left or right, pulled back. It's very versatile, which I really enjoy. I really want to focus on the products that I have been using and the kind of techniques that have been working best for me with this hair. To be honest with you, this has been my first time having a sew-in a really long time, and one of the main reasons why I shied away from sew-ins was because don't laugh, but I kind of get claustrophobic whenever I wear sew-ins. And what I mean by that is I like to be able to get to my scalp and really cleanse my scalp and, you know, apply my oil and moisturizer and really make sure my scalp is you know, not dry, and that it's really clean and healthy. And I found in the past when I've worn sew-ins, that hasn't always been an easy task to kind of get down there to the scalp. So before I had this hair installed, I went online and here on YouTube, and I really did a lot of research on what other ladies were doing in order to keep their sew-in looking fresh and looking beautiful, as well as, more importantly for me, being able to really effectively cleanse the scalp and keep the natural hair moisturized and keep the scalp moisturized. So I kind of compiled a few things from different people and kind of made it my own and kind of figured out exactly what worked for me, and I will share that with you beauties here today. So first of all, like I said, the most important thing for me was cleansing the scalp. So what I did was got a couple of these applicator bottles that have the point on the top, and I use this to apply my shampoo, my conditioner, as well as my essential oils onto my scalp. Everything that needs to get down to my scalp and to my natural hair, I use this type of applicator bottle. So I have one for my shampoo, I have one for my conditioner, and I have one that has my essential oil mix. I figured out early on that this hair does not like product. So the less you put on this hair, the better. Anything other than maybe a little bit of spritz of some kind of shine oil that's really lightweight, that's about all you really would want to put on this hair, because this hair does get weighed down fairly quickly. I was initially using a mixture, and I included the mixture in my original initial video of this hair, but I have since changed the mixture that I use on this hair when I want to spritz it, like at nighttime before I go to bed. I put it into braids a lot of times, and or even in the morning time when I want to refresh the curls. I was using a different mixture, and it was just weighing the hair down, and I would find that it would need to be washed quicker. So I changed that spray real quick. So now all I use is just plain water, and then I add a little bit of the one and only argan oil oil treatment. I will just spritz this on there, brush through with my paddle brush, and then proceed to do the braids or the twist or whatever. As far as what I've been using on the hair for washing the hair and conditioning the hair, I still use the same thing as I mentioned in my initial video. I didn't show you beauties this, but I'm going to show you today. I use the Elucence Volume Clarifying Shampoo. I don't use it as often on my natural hair because it is a clarifying shampoo, and since I sometimes tend to have a drier scalp, this kind of exacerbated the dryness of my scalp. So I don't use this as often on my natural hair, but I really like using this on the hair extensions. It works really good with clarifying the hair, and it gets any product buildup or oil buildup on the hair completely out, and it's like the hair is brand new. So I really like this shampoo for that. As far as the conditioner, I use the Elucence Moisture Balancing Conditioner. This conditioner I use on my natural hair every single time I wash it. This conditioner really helps to, just like the name says, add the moisture back to the hair, and I don't know, it really kind of coats the hair, and when you let it sit on there, it really makes the hair soft and bouncy and moisturized. So I really, really, really like this conditioner for this hair. I always wash and condition my natural hair when I wash and condition the hair extensions. So for my shampoo on my natural hair, I use this Head and Shoulders Full and Strong shampoo. I don't use this full strength. So what I do is I take my applicator bottle and I'll put some of this Head and Shoulders shampoo, maybe about a third of the way up in the bottle, and then I'll fill the rest up with water, and then I'll shake it up really good, and then I'll use the applicator to get down to my scalp and really saturate my scalp with that mixture. Okay, and I do the exact same thing with the conditioner. When I am shampooing my hair, to make sure that I'm really kind of mimicking the motion of your fingertips when you go into your scalp and really go in there and massage your scalp, to kind of replicate that, I purchased this, hopefully you can see it, this pick. And it is one of the Afro picks that has the metal combs, and the comb has kind of this rounded tips on the end. So it's not kind of scratching your scalp or stabbing you. But I use this to go inside of the tracks and get in between the tracks, and I just gently massage this in all around my scalp when my shampoo is in there. And this, like I said, kind of mimics your fingers, what your fingers would be doing to kind of break away any of the debris and dirt and excess oil that's built up on the scalp. So this really worked well for me. I purchased this pick, I believe I got it from Sally Beauty Supply. When I'm washing and conditioning my leave out, I go ahead and of course I use the same Head & Shoulders shampoo and the Moisture Balancing Lucence conditioner. But instead of mixing it with water like I do for the rest of my scalp, I'll go ahead and use that full strength on my leave out. And that's just because, of course, I can really get to my scalp there. I don't have any braids or tracks there. And then once I'm finished rinsing out the conditioner on my extensions and in my hair, and then I've towel dried my hair. With the extension hair, I don't put anything on the hair at all. I just let it air dry, and I don't put any products on the hair. But on my natural hair, after it's towel dried, I use my Shea Moisture Extra Moisture Transitioning Milk. And I use this really kind of as a leave-in conditioner. And after I've applied that, I'll go ahead and get my applicator bottle again that has my essential oil mixture. And really the only thing I have in there is and I'll mix that up really good, and I'll just take the applicator bottle and again go throughout my scalp and really make sure that I'm getting the oil directly onto the scalp and fully saturated. And I also do that on my leave out areas as well. There's really no massaging back here, but you can just kind of mash the oil into the scalp, and that really has kept my scalp from being itchy and flaky, and it smells divine, and the scent lasts for days. I usually apply my oil mixture maybe every 2 days or so. I really just kind of listen to my scalp, and if my scalp feels a little dry or a little itchy, I'll go ahead and whip out my oil mix and apply that. I've been so extremely busy. I just do the quickest thing that comes to me when it comes to this hair, and that is usually either putting it up in a pineapple at night and taking it down the next day and just kind of fluffing it out and going, or putting it in the 2 braids and then taking it down the next day. Those have been the quickest and simplest styles for me, and they yield beautiful results, especially braiding the hair. I've also done some Bantu knots on the hair, and not a whole bunch all over, but I've done 2 huge Bantu knots, and then I'll pull it up here at the top on each side. And then when I take those down, that gives me the look of big barrel curls, kind of like Miss America hair or something. That's what it reminds me of. It's because it's big, full, fluffy curls. So now I'm going to get into how the hair has been performing. As far as the shedding, I will say I do get more shedding now than I received initially. And I kind of expected to have a little more shedding just because my stylist did cut a few of my wefts up at the top area. I don't think she cut a lot. I think it was just some small pieces, but I do attribute some of the shedding from having to cut the wefts. I also attribute some of the shedding to the fact that this hair tangles a little bit more than it did initially. when I first had the hair installed. I don't know if it's because of the color that I added to the hair. I don't, naturally that kind of damages the hair whenever you add color, especially when you're going super light. So I'm sure the hair was damaged some from that, and I think some of the tangling that I do receive is attributed to that. The tangling, however, is not overbearing. I can go all day long, and I do go all day long without brushing this hair. And I do notice that the tangles that I get are mostly back in the nape area, which is kind of to be expected because that's where your hair is kind of rubbing up against your clothes and your neck. And so I kind of expect that. When the hair needs to be washed, it tangles like crazy, like really tangles. Right now the hair has been freshly washed. I washed this hair and my natural hair, I think it was the day before yesterday. Yeah, the day before yesterday. And one thing I have to say about this hair that I really like, and that is once you shampoo it and you condition it, like I said, it's just right back to the way it was when you first got it. So I really like that about this hair. Because this hair is curly, it is higher maintenance than with a looser, wavy, or straight hair. But if you beauties would like for me to show you in detail either how I do my blending or any kind of styling of this hair, leave a comment. And also, if there's anything that I didn't cover in this video that you have questions about, be sure you leave that in the comment section. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I certainly hope that this was helpful for you beauties. And if any of you have any tips and tricks on how you keep your sew-ins looking fresh and how you also protect your natural hair and keep it healthy underneath your sew-in, please be sure you leave it in the comment section. I know I would certainly like to know, and I know there's other beauties here on YouTube that would like to know as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'm ZsjaZsja, and this has been ZsjaZsja Live, and I certainly hope to see you beauties in the next video. Bye-bye.